So in this video I'm going to give you a little hack that can help with anxiety, fear or pain and spin that sensation into one of excitement. So if you're interested in how to do this, then watch the video. Hi, my name is Drew Coverdale. I'm a physiotherapist in the UK. I help patients deal with their experience of persistent pain and change it. If you're interested in this video or others like it, then click on the subscribe and you'll stay up to date with this kind of content that might help you or your clients reverse their persistent pain. If you've got any comments or questions, then please place them in the section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, let's get started. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It uses three elements that can flip the body's experience of pain, fear, anxiety. It's all the same thing in reality, different manifestations, different expressions, different words that describe it, but all interrelated. But it changes that really quickly with this hack. So I'll give you the technique, and at the end I'll give you some examples that you can use, scenarios where it's been used in other situations, so you might be able to apply it to situations in your life where you think it fits. Okay, it's not a technique for every moment, every time. It's a certain sensation that you're feeling that it works. So it can be either as the experience is on, the fear's there, the pain's there, the anxiety's there, or it can be as it's on its way up. It's a technique that I came across from a lady called Mel Robbins, who's a motivational speaker in America, so you can search her and you'll find this technique. But I'm going to explain how it works, what happens in that moment, and then you might find meaning to it that you can translate to what you're going to do in your life. So the first part of it is as you feel the sensation, as you feel the experience that's unpleasant, however you define that, you count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next element is you create an exciting thought that you can have ready for this moment. So excitement might be something you look forward to that you could really define as exciting. So it's got to be authentic, remember. It's an emotional charge that's taking you towards something that's exciting. And the third element is movement. The movement is symbolic, right? It can be big movement, small movement, it's movement. I'll explain the three elements. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where does that occur? It can only occur in the thinking brain, right? The prefrontal cortex, where we work stuff out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It needs focus. So in the fight or flight state, fear, pain, anxiety, the blood's not really in that part of the brain proportionately. It's mostly in the reflex thinking part. Get out of it. What's happening? My pain, my fear. It has our focus. When you focus on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it changes the focus to a task that can only occur in the prefrontal cortex. So the capillaries open up. They open up in the brain. The amygdala is recognizing your decision to choose to do something conscious, and it's saying blood's needed in the thinking brain. Get it there quick. So you start to make the shift. So that's the first part of it. So you create the opportunity to think rationally. Now the body's still in a heightened state of adrenaline and cortisol due to the pain, fear, anxiety. So now you can think a little clearer. You've already got your exciting statement. I'm so excited about seeing the kids tonight. I'm so excited about going somewhere. So excited about this thing that's coming up. So you're changing the meaning of how you're feeling from fear, anxiety, pain, fight or flight, to actually moving towards something that is exciting. Now the third element is the movement. So the amygdala that's in the fight or flight state is now moving towards something that's exciting, towards something that's safe, and away from the danger that you initially perceived. So you change your focus to the thinking brain, You're telling the body that this sensation it's got is exciting. It's excitement, not fear or anxiety. We'll whisper them, pain. It's excitement. And you're moving towards it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm so excited to see the kids tonight. And you move. That is it. You do it a couple of times, and the shift is really strange, Where does it go? Well, once you know that you're moving towards something that you're looking forward to, that excitement, you almost come down from it because you're moving actually towards something that you love, some place you love, some time you love, some people you love, things you love. It could be in the past, it could be in the future, so you don't have to have it in reality. You just have to place your focus. I'm so excited to revisit that memory of the great time I had at blah, 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 blah. If it's anticipating something that isn't now, it is the future. So you're using that mechanism to change the experience now, and you will change your experience now. It is such a lovely technique, and it is easy to apply in different situations. I'm going to give you 3 examples where it's been used, just so you can see how we can apply it. This is one that a patient used for anxiety in performance. She came for back pain and one thing or another, and she was doing really well with that. She said, "Oh, I sense that feeling as I'm going to do a jump on a horse." She said, "I never had that fear before. I've got this fear." And I said, as you were approaching the fence, because it was a certain fence, I said, count in your head, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't. I'm so excited to land this jump. I'm so excited to land this jump. And she was already moving anyway. Now it can happen so quick. It doesn't take long. She almost said, "I won't have time to do that." You do. It's a millisecond. So as she came round the corner, she knows it's coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, I'm getting the language wrong. I'm so excited to land this jump. She landed the jump. She was already moving anyway, so she's already in the process of the activity, and she landed the jump. She came and said, "It was amazing. I did it. I nailed it." So she overcome a fear in that situation, anxiety in that situation. I have another patient who has a real big fear about the diagnosis, spinal stenosis, that it's confirmed. She's trained as a nurse for years and years and years, so it's a really biomedical ingrained belief system that she's found it tough to shift, but I get that. I found it tough. And this one is, she had 8 days with no pain. 8 days pain free after a year, and then came back. And I said, "What have you been doing?" She said, "Oh, I've been using that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I said, "Oh, perfect." So you just go back to that. If you sense the cues for where the pain's coming on, you're at this computer, you might stay there too long, the sensation comes on, the automatic behavior is, "Oh my God, my back, it's killing me, oh, tense." We drop into the behaviors. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So excited to see my partner tonight. So excited to be going to the theatre and move. And she's able to start to shift it again. So rather than dropping into other habits or controlling the sensation with rational, you use the experience you've got and flip it. The third one is quite a profound one. If it works here, it works anywhere. It's a story personal to me. It relates to grief, and I had the opportunity to say some words at a funeral. It was a dad's funeral a couple of years ago, nearly now, and I couldn't say the words. It was the poem called "If" by Rudyard Kipling. If you ever listen to that poem or read it, it's an amazing poem. It's a father writes some words to his son. And so the funeral director says, "Would you like to say some words?" I said, "I don't think I could. It's too emotional, it's too charged." But I knew he'd love this poem. It was on the wall all the time we were growing up. And I thought, how nice would that be to read that poem? But I said, I can't do it. So each night before I came to it, I thought, no, I can't. I wanted to, but I couldn't. And the funeral director said, I'll just ask you the moment before, if you can. I'll nod, I'll just look and say that we're going to say some words. And if you're not ready and you don't, I'll say them for you and no one will know. So I was quite protected by that. But each night I thought, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm so excited to be able to say some words at my dad's funeral. And I just moved. I moved my hands, I just stood up and walked. And but I still felt the same charge. But I did it a few times, and the moment came, and if funerals are funerals, there's charges, crazy emotional charge. Never feel anything similar like that in our lives as grief, I don't think. And she read the eulogy and just paused and said, oh, she looked at me. I said, I can do it. And we're going to read a poem. So for the 2 or 3 minutes before I was asked to speak, I knew it was coming and I could feel the sensation, and I just did what I could to flip it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I couldn't say anything out loud. I mumbled it on my lips. I said I'm so excited to be able to say some words at my dad's funeral, so I made it contextual, and I kind of moved my hands, and I was able to do it. I was able to get past that feeling, deliver what I wanted to on the day. Can look back on that with pride and joy and celebration of someone's life that meant something to me, that I could kind of acknowledge in front of everyone else, and I feel good that I did it. My son said to me, he was on my shoulder at the time, Dad, what were you? I saw you just mumbling to yourself. And I said I was doing that technique. He said, is that Mel Robbins? He knew about the technique. He'd done his own research into bits and pieces and maybe pick up on what we are interested in, hear it and just do it. But he'd looked at it, had heard of it. He said, oh yeah, I know that. I said, son, if it can work in that situation, it can work in any situation. And I said, I didn't think I could do it. He said, well, it was amazing, Dad, it was amazing. I said, it was only amazing because I pushed past something that was too fearful. It scared me. It was an uncomfortable sensation, and I was anticipating the worst, and that would stop you even doing it. I said, if you can get through those moments in life, sometimes there's an amazement on the other side, and there's a great experience on the other side. And yeah, and it's a lovely thing that I can look back on. Maybe a lesson for him, a lesson for me, and maybe it'll help you with your experiences. It can be pain, it can be fear, it can be anxiety. They're all essentially the same fight or flight mechanism that we're going into on that perception. If it can work in each of the different scenarios, you might see the circumstances that apply in your life, you can use it. And if you can, do it. You have nothing to lose. You're in the experience. If you understand that it's not real, it's perceived, and if you can change that perception and change your habitual responses to persistent pain, then you'll change the output of it, you'll change the experience of it, you'll change your pain. Have a go. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.